सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामनरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। पशुपति तनया गजानना परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना गजानना हे सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना गौरी पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना 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 पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गजानना हे सुभानना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना गौरी मनोहर प्रिय नंदना पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना 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 पशुपति तनया गजानना पशुपति तनया गजानना परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना हे परम निरंजन सुभानना हरे राम 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 हरे मनोहर प्रिय नंदना। शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शरणं गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री 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 गणेश शरणं 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 गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश शरणं 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 गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश शिवानंदन गणपति गणेश गौरी गणेश उमा महेश पार्वती नंदन श्री गणेश
Om Sri Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. Devotees and friends, Sitaram to one and all, and welcome this evening to the commencement of our wonderful Ganesh Utsav celebration 2022, or the conclusion of 2022. And on Tuesday, so I don't want anybody to go with the date mix-up, on Tuesday is the actual birthday of Sri Ganesh. So on Tuesday is the actual Ganesh Chaturthi. And so, my dear friends, however, we always start a little before, so that when the birthday reach, we will be in full vibrations of Sri Ganesh. Added to that, we have to continue the Ganesh Yajna with our devotees and friends of Felicity. So when on Sunday morning we conclude here, we're not concluding Ganesh Utsav celebration, but we will be just moving on to Felicity, where with the Felicity Ganesh Utsav committee, we will be continuing straight until Friday morning. So welcome, I'm very happy that you all are here this evening to commence devotion. And yesterday we had a wonderful day, starting from about a little after 10 we started, but people were up at Pierre Road for 10 o'clock. I was supposed to be for 10, but little hurdles caused us to be a little bit after. And so, my dear friends, we had Pandit Jai and I and all of you who were here yesterday couldn't tell how wonderful the day was, as we had installed and we have made the stapan of the three wonderful murti of Sri Ganesha. This evening, we commence with puja, and I'm very, very happy to see devotees coming in between the 5:30 hour coming up there, you know, so that it's now 7:30 and we had everybody completing their offerings. And we had quite a lot of offerings because we had three murtis at the same time. And Pandit Jai, who are accustomed with you all, who have been with you, have been with him for few Ganesh Utsav already, had done wonderful job with you all as we have done all of this offering with the guidance of Pandit Jai. Then we started the Havan, and everybody should have completed Havan a little bit. And now we started with the little chants. I heard that the chants were supposed to be a little bit earlier, but with the technical difficulties, it started when it had to start, you know. Prem Sabali Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. So nothing wrong. I would like the chanting to start as early as you can. When the chanting starts, however, three families will come together, but then it will be three of us. We will have to take one murti each so that people would be able to hear also what Pandit will be saying. So Jai will take one, I will take one, and Pandit Nirav to be will take the next one, you know, because he can manage. He knows all the mantra, he has done everything, and he will take one of the murti once the chanting start tomorrow. But if the chanting not start, then Pandit Jai will do three persons as a time as he did today. But as soon as the chanting start, because you see, we do not want people to be not hearing the mantras. So if the chanting is taking place and Pandit Jai at the station at his point, all three devotees will not be able to hear his voice because it will be mixed up with the chanting. And so I will make myself available if the chanting ready to start at 6:30. I'll be here for 6:30. I will ensure that Nirav is here for 6:30. And three of us, Pandit Jai, myself, and Pandit Nirav, very soon will take everything and we will have it going. So my dear friends, we want you all to come out so that we can finish our offerings by 7:15 so that we can start our discourses. Sometime within the week, we will have the Sankhya TV coming in to tape us and so on, and we'll take it from there. But at this present time, we have Pandit Vishnu Live on Facebook, and we have www.dharam Ki Awaaj, our radio station, which we will start off pretty soon. We have been working on it, but you know, the main man and technical man have not get everything yet in order, but he promised me that he'll get it in order pretty soon, and we will get that running for you at least for 10 hours per day. www.dharam Ki Awaaj radio station, radio online. So at this time, I think there is someone to do a welcome, and I will now call on that person, whoever the president have assigned to do that welcome. Please come forward. Or is Sarita?
Sitaram, everyone.
Sitaram.
I almost thought I got away when Baba said welcome to everybody. But on behalf of Dharam Ki Awaaj, I'd like to welcome all devotees tonight, the first night of our Ganesh Utsav celebrations. I know we've all eagerly been anticipating this Ganesh Utsav celebrations. For a lot of us, it would have marked the end of, a very challenging and very rewarding time, our entire year's fast. And I know everybody would join me in saying, yes, there were some very challenging times. But I'm sure everybody would also agree that there have always also been very rewarding moments, and we've all seen in different ways how it has affected our lives in a positive way. So as we go on for these following days of the Ganesh Utsav celebrations and ending in the Visarjan, I would like to, welcome everybody to continue to hold fast, to stay strong, and to enjoy these celebrations to the max. Thank you for being with us, and continue being with us throughout the rest of the Utsav.
God blessing to you, Sarita. Putting the hands together, closing the physical eyes. We all concentrate and meditate upon that divine master, asking for guidance and protection. We all pray. Om Gajananam Bhutaganabisevitam Kapeta Jambho Palisara Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashikarkam Namami Viganeshwar Parapankajam Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaram Gurur Sakshat Parang Brahman Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Nagindraharam Trilochanayam Bhashmangrigaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shudaya Digam Marayam Tasmai Nakarayam Namah Shivaya Om Anjani Garbhasan Mukhom Vayu Putro Mahabom Kumaro Brahmachari Cham Hanumana Me Prasidha Me Om Bhurbhuvaswan Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasyam Dhimahi Dhyoyonam Prachodayam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktum Saha Vidyam Karvabhe Tejasvinavarhitamastu Ma Vidvishabhe Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. Swagatam Sri Ganesh Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Ganesh Love and forgiveness, peace and love, please come to my life. Love and forgiveness, peace and love, please come to my life. Swagatam Sri Ganesh Sharanam Gatam Shri Ganesh Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh.
Swagatam Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Shri Ganesh.
Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Ganesh,
Sharanam Gatam Shri Ganesh.
love and forgiveness, peace and love, please come to my life. Love and forgiveness, peace and love, please come to my life. Oh!
Swagatam Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Shri Ganesh. Swagatam Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Shri Ganesh.
Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Ganesh. Swagatam Sri Swagatam Sri Swagatam
Shri Ganesh.
Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Sri Ganesh.
Swagatam Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam Shri Ganesh.
Swagatam Sri Ganesh, Sharanam Gatam. Prem Sri Ganesh Bhagwan ki. Putting the hands together, closing the physical eyes. We all welcome again Ganesh Bhagwan. Gajananam bhutaganadesevitam kapeta jambho palisare bhakshanam Umasutam shokavinashikarkam Namami Vigneshwari Parapankajam Om Samukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakam Lambodarascha Vikto Vignasham Ganadepati Namaham Om Dhumraketu Ganayaksho Balachandru Gajianaham Dvadeshatani Namami Yatsrinudayapim Vidyarambe Vivahe Cha Pravishe Nirgame Tatham Sangrame Sankate Che Eva Vignam Tasya Na Jayatim Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratunaya Dhimahe Tanno Dhante Prachodayam Om Shanti 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 Hari Om प्रेम से बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, गणेश भगवान की जय। जय राम सीता राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। बरे भाग्य तनु सुरधुलभ सब ग्रंथ नहीं जय राम सीता राम, जय जय साधन धम मोक्ष करई तुम्हारा, पाई न जी परलोक सम्हारा। जय राम सीता राम, जय जय
राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
प्रेम से बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की। बड़े भाग मनुष्य तनु पाओ। And I start this yajna with this wonderful verse from Ramcharitamanas. Sri Ganesh Bhagwan, my dear friends, is a composition, and it is taken, Ganesh information is taken from a number of Puranas, and it come together to form Ganesh Puran. And so, devotees and friends, Ramcharitamanas tell to us, Bare bhag manusha tanu power, that it is by great good fortune that we are able to have this human body. And we have this human body, my dear friends, for three particular reasons. And the purpose of having this human body is one, sadhana dhamma moksha karadhvara, is for us to have sadhana, action, dhamma, self-control, and moksha, freedom. And so, my dear friends, this leads me to a wonderful point. As we commence Ganesh Utsav so many years ago, we initiated ourselves with which one of the mantra for Ganesha? Everybody, recite the mantra that we have initiated ourselves with. Om Gan Ganapati Namaha Swaha. So Ganapati is the name of Sri Ganesh. Ganapati is for Sri Ganesh to come. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Namaha is our reverence, our obeisances that we offer towards Sri Ganesh. But there is a very, very important word which comes in, and it is known as Gam. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. My dear friends, when loving Ganesh is being invited, when he is being invoked into our lives, then my dear friends, we use this wonderful mystery mantra. The word Gang is a bij mantra, it's a root mantra. And this, my dear friends, is asking of Sri Ganesh Bhagwan. So now the mantra is Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha Swaha. Leave out the Swaha yet. Om Ganapatiye Namaha. I bow to you, O Sri Ganesh. I pay my obeisances to you, O Sri Ganesh. Ganapati. So it says, O Ganapati. Namaha means paying obeisances. So I pay my obeisances. Ganapati, please come. But you didn't just tell him to just come. You use a word, my dear friends, Gam, Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. And that word, my dear friends, allows Sri Ganesh Bhagwan to immediately respond to your call. So when you use that bij word, Gam, you are asking of Sri Ganesh Bhagwan to immediately come to me, Ganapatiye. The ye is aye, to come, So please, the Ganapatiye is aye, which means to please come. So you're not saying, hey boy, come here. No. Somebody tell you, come here. If I call an Amrit now and I say, Amrit, come up here now. Amrit, when he reach up here, he can say, Guruji, but how you call me so rough? That has been rude. But a lot of us like to call God like that. Come now. Prem Sabal Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. So devotees and friends, the Gam is asking of him, because we pay our obeisances first. I bow to you. I give you all my obeisances. Please come to me and grant unto me the wishes. And what should be our wishes, my dear friends? Where Ganesh Bhagwan is, we say, oh Ganesh Bhagwan, please come. And come right now. But where is he? Where is Ganesh Bhagwan? Is he somewhere beyond the cloud? Where do you want him come? Ganesh Bhagwan, my dear friends, is right with us. Each and every one of us have Sri Ganesh Bhagwan with us. Sri Ganesh Bhagwan is at the base of the spine. And there you call that spot the Mooladhara Chakra. So in the middle of the Mooladhara Chakra, my dear friends, is that point which starts from the bottom of the spine going straight up to the mole of the head, to the crown of the head. But there are 7 steps, there are 7 spots which must be cleared, because it is an internal passage. It's an internal passage. So Ganesh Bhagwan resides on the one that is midway. We call that one the 7th. Because, my dear friends, every religion teaches us about a heaven, and it teaches us about a hell. It teaches us about a heaven, and it teaches us about a hell. Narak and Swarg. If I ask of you, where will you find hell? Up or down? Kaviraj, where is hell? Up or down? So within us, we will find that hell from the waist going down to the sole of the feet. And we will find, my dear friends, all the blissful feelings from the waist coming up to the crown of the head. Nirav asked one day, he says that he saw some pandits leaving the top of the bamboo that they put the jandi. My dear friends, the jandi signifies that journey of the chakras. And they leave it there, my dear friends, to represent the crown, or that one of the chakra that has the 1,000 petals. That one which is known as the Sahasrara chakra. And that is the one with the 1,000 petals on top. And that is what the bamboo represents when you see leave the bamboo top and top. But the crown, or the final point, with majority of us, we leave the flag. The flag is not just an ordinary flag that you put there to fly. In fact, a flag is not an ordinary thing. You see the flag of Trinidad and Tobago anywhere, you'll have a respect for it. A flag anywhere signifies victory in the name of what the flag signifies. So when you place that flag of Lord Shiva or Sri Ganesh into your place, you're putting that jandi, my dear friends, that victory of Sri Ganesh. So it's not just ordinary. But to reach that victory point, you have to climb within the bamboo. It is a passage to clear in between. And as you clear the bamboo going up, my dear friends, as you go clear one and you go up, what happens? You will meet a knot. So the chakras are not automatically open. No. It is through your devotion you will have it opening so that you will be able to move from one spot to the next. But devotees and friends, we have 7 of those under the spine, from the hip coming right down to the sole of the feet. So we have Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Rasatal, Mahatal, and Patal. We all hear about Patal from Ramayana, where it says that Ravan brother was down in Patal and all of that. But devotees and friends, Atal is the opening which have to be cleared from the hip, and that is fear and lust. If one have to get into the part, the spiritual part, he must be free from fear, and he must have control over his lustful desires. My dear friends, what are we afraid of? I want to ask of you, this COVID which have gone, why were you so fearful about the COVID? Okay, it's still here. But why are you so fearful of the COVID? We are fearful of the COVID because the COVID have a high probability of capacity to kill us, to take our lives, compared to all the other viruses. When we had all the other viruses before 2018, nobody, oh, you get the virus, you hardly even want to go by the doctor. But my dear friends, this one, which have the capabilities of killing us quickly, that is what we fear. So we fear death. If a man confront us with death and with a gun, we are not afraid of the man, we are afraid of what he will do with what he has in his hands. Why? Because we are afraid of death. And children of God, that fear is what we have to move away from our lives. Before we could get to the Muladhara Chakra, before we could reach at the feet of Sri Ganesh, we must remove that fear for death. We must remove that fear for death. Devotees and friends, we must be able to put under control our lustful desires. Then we have just under that, vital. So vital is on the ties. And what is vital within us, my dear friends? What we have to put in control to maneuver vital. Vital, my dear friends, is raging anger. How many of us become angry? Kaviraj, don't get angry. And I want you to continue being, not getting angry. So each morning when you wake up, Kaviraj, although that it may not be true, you know in your mind, I'm angry. But still tell the universe as you wake up in the morning, I am not angry and I will not get angry for the day. After some time, you will be able to control that anger. When you wake in the morning, everyone, my dear friends, where's our first prayer? Oh God, thank you for giving me the day. And I agree with that prayer. But I tell that the first prayer that you could send to the universe before you say, Lord, thank you for this day. Lord, I thank you for being a loving person. And it's only when you have love in your heart, you could thank God for what you get from Him. If you don't have love in your heart, you cannot thank God for nothing. Don't fool yourself. So before we could reach Ganesh Bhagwan, we have to take care of this anger. All right, Franklin? We must take care of this anger. Love is quite up the road, We reach Ganeshian, and you have to meet Ganesh before you could learn to love. And so, devotees and friends, you have Sutal. Sutal is on the knees. And that, my dear friends, is when you want to retaliate. Nirav know about retaliation, good. He loved to retaliate, but he will cease that now. Dylan liked to retaliate. Them knew as a young boy, I had to come home a little late. Easiest way to deal with it, you come home a little bit late and they tell you everything else. Smile and say, all right, now next time I ain't going to do that. Although you know that next time you're coming back even a little hour later. But still smile and let the universe know that your intention is to come home 1 hour earlier the next day than 1 hour later. And then you will start falling in the right position. Prem Sabala Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki. My dear friends, what we want, we have to send it out in the universe. Those who are studying, you want a first class honor. You tell the universe, I'm going to get this first class honor, although you know you're falling backwards. After 2-3 days, what will happen? You will start putting yourself to reach there. So my dear friends, retaliation, jealousy is still on the knees. I'm not saying when you have knee pain, that is jealousy, you're a jealousful person. All of us at some point in time be victim of this one which is known as jealousy. Yeah. You see, if I am here and I'm presenting my discourse to you, and someone else come and I invite them to take the Singhasan and bring a discourse for you, and that person might be starting some more, some better points that I am raising. I sit in there, what will be my thought in my mind? I will know, my dear friends, that his points are very well, it is more superior to what I am saying. And what will happen, my dear friends? I will now feel a sense of being threatened. I will be feeling that sense that everybody else now will prefer him to me. And that is what, you see, that feelings, when you get that feelings, that is what is jealousy. That is what is jealousy. I come to the yajna, and my kurta is not as outstanding as Rajiv kurta. I will have that sense of insecurity that everybody else eyes go fall on Rajiv now and not on me. That is what jealousy is all about. So my dear friends, you see, when you have that feelings that, hey, I wear this kurta so many times already to go to the yajna, I don't want to wear it again. Everybody go say, there's only one kurta I have. That, my dear friends, is what jealousy is all about. Because you're afraid now that that person will look at the other people and they will look you down. So when you feel that you will be down and you would be losing some points, that is the jealousy feelings that come. And that is sutal, that is just on the knee. The calves now is talatal, and that is prolonged confusion. When, my dear friends, we have these above three, fear and lust, rage and anger, the capacity looking only to retaliate and jealousy, our minds become confused, and it remained there for such a long time that it starts to bring depression to us. And then we have to go and pay all these therapists so much of money to help ourselves. My dear friends, Resitol is on the ankle. And when that state of confusion comes into our minds, I am having the rage and anger, I have the fear of death, I cannot control my lust. The prolonged confusion is there on my mind, I become very selfish. And there and then, I start to think about myself. You know, selfishness. I want to give the person a next chance. Because I'm frightened if I give them the harmonium to sing, they will sing a better song than me. And everybody, when I leave here, they will say, you know, Pandit, where you get a boy from? He's singing better, nice, real nice. And they will pull you down, you know. Primitivas only ask me why I don't give Kandika to sing. Because probably when I give Kandika to sing, the jealous feeling does come inside of me. What has happened? When you come down from the singer's son, oh God, Pandit, your daughter real singing powerful. Long time that's what they used to tell me. But no, I ain't getting that, so what happened? That will bring a feeling of insecurity inside of me. And that is what we have to get out. You see, Onella, remember I was saying, I think I said that yesterday sometime, I can't remember if it's Felicity or here. I said, if you teach someone, I think it was right here, you must teach them that they can do your job better than you can do it. And then you're successful in teaching. But what happened again? The point of jealousy comes in there again. And that is why, my dear friends, we have lost so many skills from those skillful people who had the skills. And because they were afraid that someone will be better than them, they hold back a little bit. And that is why the task have become deteriorating. India, my dear friends, however, have learned to rise above that. And there are a number of skillful artisans who have no formal training. And the University of Arts and Culture in India will take their students and send them to these people who has no formal training for a minimum of 6 months to pick up what they does and how they do it. Why you think the singers of India, you think all of them was professionally trained? No. It's when they go in the countryside and they sit down with these people in their little hut there and listen them sing and how they control. That is how it comes, my dear friends, to be the best. So, my dear friends, we must be able to not be selfish. We must share all that we have. Prem Symbolism Chandra Bhagavan ki. Because, my dear friends, when we become selfish, what happens? We lose our conscience. And my dear friends, if you don't work with your conscience, oh God, trouble done. That is trouble. We must work, my dear friends, having or being very conscious of what the consequences of my selfless, angry, jealousful, confused action will bring to the people who are around me. Are you all understanding what I'm saying? आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। भक्त हरे हम राह दिकारे, भगवन राह दिकारे। हे भक्त हरे हम राह दिकारे, भगवन करम करम पर किरण बिचारे, भगवन किरण बिचारे। करम करम पर किरण बिचारे, भगवन किरण बिचारे। इन अखियन को प्रभु करारे, इन अखियन को प्रभु करारे। ज्योति से पहचान, ज्योति से पहचान। आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में है हम
ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
प्रभु संतान तिहारे। हम तो है संतान तिहारे, प्रभु संतान तिहारे। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारे, दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी। ऐसा दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान। आज अंधेरे में हम इंसान, ज्ञान के सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे में हम इंसान, So, my dear friends, I'm just telling to you, I want you to observe yourself and see if you have reached to Ganesh Bhagwan's feet just yet. When, my dear friends, we live this life not taking into consideration, not being conscious of all those who will be affected by my selfish, confused, retaliating, jealousful, raging, angry, fear, and lustful action, then, my dear friends, we reach down to Patal. We reach down to the lowest. And the lowest, my dear friends, is at the sole of the feet. At the sole of the feet. My dear friends, if you like me, you won't like nothing to be on the sole of your feet, because that ain't coming out there at all. You know, my dear friends, whatever at the sole of your feet will be suppressed. And what caused you to be suppressed in life? Malice, revenge, revenge, my dear friends. None of us cannot say that in our lifetime we don't take revenge. We get adult, mature people, and we look forward to take revenge. And my dear friends, every time you have those kind of thought for that revenge, you will not rise in life. You might get $1 million in your hand, and yet still you will find yourself at the bottom of the table all the time. You will never be happy. You'll be trampling on yourself and all that you have to do. And how can I get away from all of this? How can I get away? Because once you decide to take revenge, you don't have no conscience, you know. You don't want to know who is who, you know. You don't want to know he's Pandit, or he's my good friend, or he helped me the other day. No. When you're ready to take revenge, my dear friends, you don't have a conscience. You become selfish. You only think about you. And this world, my dear friends, has so much of selfish people. We have to start rising out of our selfishness. All we think is about ourselves. We say things and we do not know how it will harm someone or how it will hurt someone. But we just say it because it's going to satisfy my mind. I'm going to feel good because I say it, not so candy. But that is not divinity. That will keep us, my dear friends, trampling under the sole of our feet, not being able to rise. And you know, when we reach to that stage, my dear friends, when we reach to that stage, we could commit murder. When you reach to that state where you are conscious, where you're selfish, where your mind is confused, you're ready to retaliate, you do me this, I go ready to give you good and proper. My dear friends, and the anger comes, you lose your memory and you could even commit murder. Kaviraj, son, you see how easy it is to commit a murder? But you see how much things we allow to build up on our minds and create that negativity in our minds before such could happen? Children of God, Ganesh Bhagwan, and we initiate Ganesh Bhagwans tonight. I have 3 minutes again. My dear friends, we initiate Ganesh Bhagwan tonight. We bring him here and we give him seat. How many of us, my dear friends, will take this opportunity and not just only come and offer laddu and doobgrass and flowers and mala to Ganesh Bhagwan, but how many of us will come for the next 6 days, my dear friends, and beg him, "Oh Ganesh Bhagwan, please help me, so this fear for death will leave me. This controlling of my lustful desires will come under the best control. Oh Ganesh Bhagwan, help me to save myself from this raging anger and forgive. Oh Ganesh Bhagwan, help me to stop retaliating. I can't tell you to stop jealousy, because anytime you feel threatened, you go want to jealous. But that have to go. Otherwise too, you bring your mind into a confused state. And when that happens, oh Ganesh Bhagwan, help me to be selfless instead of being selfish. Let my conscience be my guide. You know your conscience is your best guru? Do you know that your conscience is your best guru? You could hide from your physical guru all about Nikhil, but you can't hide from your conscience. When your conscience rise up and it strikes the active mind, you don't know how to deal with it. And Rajiv, you know when that has come? We lying for over a period of time. We telling the untruth for a period of time. And the conscience striking me and not talking the truth. I ain't telling the girl the truth about this thing that I have an ex-girlfriend. And the conscience starts striking you and eating you away. My dear friends, the guru of the conscience there and then will say, "Hey, talk the truth." And if you take the message from that, you will rise over all of this lower one. But if you don't take the conscience and you have no thought about who is being hurt in the midst of it, then that malice comes. That, my dear friends, of revenge comes. So we have to lift ourselves from all these stalls to reach the Mooladhara. If we reach the Mooladhara in these 6 days, my dear friends, you will have accomplished and you will have a victory to celebrate on Sunday morning when we do Visarjan. And what is that point we must reach to? To maneuver these, my dear friends, we must be able to have memory. We must be able to have memory. We tell somebody something hurtful. It has been with memory, you know. But we just chuck it in a corner and say, "No, I go forget it." But in your quiet moment, it come back up. So we must have memory. We must remember what is our purpose here on earth. Our purpose is to love all. But what is love? Is it love only when somebody could give you something? No. Love, my dear friends, is when you can love the person who have hurt you the most. And you say, Baba, I'm not giving them no love. I want to tell to you, my dear friends, put a bucket of dirty water under a running tap of pure water and tell me what will happen after a period of time. Wouldn't the bucket be filled with pure water after a period of time? But not as you open the tap, the water will get clean one time. No. When you start sharing your love to that one, my dear friends, who is causing you to feel uncomfortable, and 1 day pass, 2 day pass, and 1 month pass, and you're not seeing the result, you say, Pandit, I'm done. No, you can't stop. Because the water might be half clean, then you continue, and it's going to reach fully clean one day. This is where we have to reach. Why we have to reach there? Why do we have to reach there? Avinash, why do you think we have to reach there? Because there is something known as Mr. or Mistress or Headmistress or Headmaster, capital T-I-M-E. Time. And none of us at this point in time, no living being, have been able to master time. None of us. You know how much time, everybody promise, Baba, I will come today for sure. I will come for sure. And something just pop in and come into the satsang. I will make an excuse for Baba again. So devotees and friends, to achieve anything in this world, we must be able to sacrifice some time before we could achieve it. If you look for time, you will never find time. When Kaviraj and Shobha come in, they meet me by the door, and I was happy to reach. But if you ask them if they had time, no, they sacrificed the time to come today. And so every other time in the future, you must be able to sacrifice that time and come. All of you, if you don't sacrifice the time, you will never gain what it have to gain. And it tells to us, Jalatar, Tartar, Prem Symbolism, Chanda Bhagavan ki. So my dear friends, we must understand that everything is confined and everything is limited by time and space. So we are born and we have a time to remain here. And if we don't do what we have to do, that time will go and we will not achieve what we have. One of the great significance of Ganesh Utsav. Baba, why we had to go and melt these murtis, eh? It's so pretty. And yes, my dear friends, I always tell Shankarji, you really present something for the devotees that their heart could be filled when they come and do the devotion and go, because of the class and the standard of work that he does. But my dear friends, in a few days' time, 6 days from today, on the 7th morning, they're going to be melting. Some of you might be wanting to quarrel with Pandit. Why are they going to melt this? It's to remind you, my dear friends, that you have time and it's only an amount of time you have. So you only have 6 evenings here in White Land to come and submit yourself and beg yourself to ask of him, my dear friends, to take away yourself from this, revengeful, no conscience, selfless, and selfish, confused, retaliating, jealous, raging, anger, fear, and lustful mind. You only have a few days to come and beg him, because Sunday morning he's going to melt. But how much of you will not find time to come? Baba could only come 2 days because I only had 2 kurta and I didn't want to come with a jersey. Baba got to wash one of his clothes to come. I not come. My dear friends, that is not what he here for to see. Which once you come clean to him, he good. If you wash one clothes 7 days and come, he happy. Once your heart, you come in here to wash your heart, not the clothes. Because if each one of us, my dear friends, check our heart this evening and our minds, we will see that we have some lustful desire. We will see that we fear death. We will see that we get angry sometimes. We'll see that we like to retaliate. Navir? When Nilam do a little thing and you like to retaliate sometimes, but retaliation is down below, not on top. We like, our minds become confused and we say, Pandit, I know which side to turn, left, right, or center. But you bring yourself there. So my dear friends, make that time and come. Why? Because the time is limited. We only have 6 days here in Whiteland. And we have our next 5 days down in Felicity. So the time very limited, my dear friends. Make good use of the time, because we all need to wash this mind of ours. We have to stop retaliating. We have to stop being jealousful. We have to stop being selfish. And most of all, we must take away this thing which they call revenge from our mind. Let us learn to love and let us learn to forgive. If perchance, and I hope nobody inside here vex with anybody or angry with anybody. You know how we like to vex with one another? My dear friends, I give you this 7 days. If you have any enemies or anybody who you're not talking to or you're vexed with, in the name of Sri Ganesh, cleanse your mind. They may not talk to you, but you cleanse your mind. And say, friend, whatever happened between us, who right and who wrong, I submit myself. It's not about who right and who wrong. Because when Mr. Yamraj knock on your door, it's not about who right and who wrong, it's how much people you have forgiven. Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. This brings me to the end of the discourse this evening. Do you have any vote of thanks this evening? Or no vote of thanks? Tomorrow again to welcome somebody. So my dear friends, this is the end of my discourse. So Arti now went. So Pandit Jai will lead us off in the chant. So we'll have the cracking of the coconut and Arti will continue. I don't want too much to come up here one time. Why I prefer the coconuts to crack down there is that they will crack it there and you will get the vibration of the kapur coming through everybody, coming straight up. Prem Sabole Shri Ram Chandra Bhagavan Ki. And then you would have the line instead of having everybody clustering here to carry it down by the entrance down there. So everybody who has a coconut, come close, take your coconut in your hands. And we're going to finish for 9, mind you. I didn't know I would have talked so much this evening, Right, everybody go to the back now with your coconut. So what you can do is even out yourself instead of clustering. So stretch out yourself and Arti, chant and close in prayer. So Pandit Jai will lead us out in the Arti chanting and closing prayer this evening. You have done well with our puja. So please now, everybody with your coconut, hold it in your hands now. and pray now in your own words. All you face me now. All you have to get the vibration from the words that are saying to come to all you know, right? Then all you go turn and go back now to crack. Everybody pray now. All those who don't even have a coconut, please pray. Ask of Ganesh Bhagwan to cleanse your mind. For somewhere in our minds, oh Bhagwan, we still under you. We want to reach together with you. Because we still have a little hate, we have a little jealousy, we like to revenge, we like to retaliate. Take away that from my heart this evening, dear Lord. Let us all pray. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Everybody recite. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. 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 Om Sri Krishna Krishna Sagyai Pavitya Mamasya Vidyar Pradve Sri Dvala Kalipati Saptami Vaivas Manwantar Kalipatam Charane Jambu Dvipi West Indies Kandeyar Vatarike Desh Antargati Trinidad Desh Namo Om Sri 56 Mapipi Road Chetre Grami Bhaut Avatarited Parhe Om Sri Ganesh Bhagwan Pujan Sankalap Karma Hangrikshe Samukascha Ekadantascha Kapilogaja Karnaka Lambho Darascha Vikto Vignashu Ganadipati Namaha Om Dhumraketu Ganayaksho Bala Chandro Gajyanaha Dwadeshtani Namami Yatsrinudayapim Vidyarambe Vivahe Cha Pravishe Nirgametatha Sangrami Sankate Che Eva Vignam Tasyana Jayate Sri Ganesha Bhagwan Ki Jai. My dear friends, order of the arti. You crack your coconut, you will get camphor in your coconut. You come to one of the Ganesh Murti. You don't have to go to all three Ganesh Murtis. Because all is the same Ganesh, make with the same clay, they just have a different shape. So you do to one of the Ganesh, and you get back to your seat. If you don't have somebody to hand your coconut, somebody will be there to receive your coconut. You go down straight back by the basin with your coconut. So my dear friends, that's it. You don't have to come by Pandit today. This time is Ganesh time. So I want you just do the devotion, do your arti to Ganesha, and then you go back. Not all here. All here have already, somebody have done it here already. So it's Ganesha and back down. Okay? Prem Sabale Shri Ganesha Bhagwan Ki Jai. Om Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. Crack. Go ahead, Jai.
एकदन्तस्य विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः 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 ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं
गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः गं गणपतये नमो नमः गं गणपतये
नमो नमः
सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः बालगणपतये नमो नमः ॐ बालगणपतये नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः उच्चहिस्ता गणपतये नमो नमः उच्चहिस्ता गणपतये नमो नमः हरिद्रा गणपतये नमो नमः हरिद्रा गणपतये नमो नमः हरिद्रा गणपतये नमो नमः हरिद्रा गणपतये नमो नमः लक्ष्मी गणपतये नमो नमः लक्ष्मी गणपतये
नमो नमः
ॐ लक्ष्मी गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ लक्ष्मी गणपतये नमो नमः नमो नमः जय नमो नमः
नमो नमः जय नमो नमः
नमो नमः जय नमो नमः
नमो नमः जय नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं
गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये
गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गणनाथं गणपतिवं हवामहि प्रियनाथं प्रियपतिवं हवामहि वसो ममायहं जानि गर्वदं सर्वं हरिषि गर्वदं गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गणपतये
नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः
गं गणपतये नमो नमः
ॐ गं ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमो नमः ॐ
सिद्धि विनायक गम गणपति भगवान की जय। जय गणपति की जय। लंबोदर गणपति भगवान की जय। At this time, let us compose our mind. Thank that Ganapati Bhagavan for being this body, for being this shell until this time. We pray and ask His grace and wisdom to fall upon us. May He guide us throughout the life, throughout the corridors of our life as we journey through this. May He be our companion at all times, because He's the consciousness, He's the conscious factor within us. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Kayena vacha manasendrayeva buddhyamanava prakatita baba. Karo yagyata sakalam padasmai Narayanai te samarpayami asaturma Sadagamaya Tamasurma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Gam Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai Umapati Mahadev ki Jai Pavan Putra Hanuman ki Jai Shri Navgraha Devta ki Nau Durga Devi Mata ki Jai Ranam Govinda Govinda Har Har Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev Kashi Vishwanath ki Jai Sanatana Dharma ki Jai Sakal Panch ki Jai Jai Sitaram
Ganesh Bhagwan ki
Jai
Sanatan Dharma ki Om Sri Guru Devata ki Jai Jai Sitaram. All please have your seat. Arti will come to you, Prasad will come to you. And my dear friends, we ask of those who would like some laddu to take and share with your family, you can come and take from Ganesh Bhagwan. They will give you bags and so on. And what remain, then will go to the water. So my dear friends, wonderful being here with you. Arti now, Prasad, and then we have meals prepared for you. It will be takeaway. So you all will have your meals to go ahead. Prem Sabale Sri Ganesha Bhagwan ki Jai. Dinesh, where? While the Arti coming, all right, good, thanks. So while the Arti coming and the Prasad, Dinesh will tell you all one lesson we learned from this evening. I'll give him a mic. And tomorrow I'll call the next person again to teach. One lesson will come from tomorrow. Yeah. Just one lesson.
Sitaram, each and everyone. Well, we learned many lessons tonight, Baba. I am sure each and every one of us sitting here. The one that I took upon most is that within each and every one of us, we have certain, I wouldn't say qualities, but I would say certain aspects that we need to get rid of. Jealousy, hatred, anger, ego, and all these negative qualities that during these 6 nights to come, we should all try and achieve getting rid of these qualities. We come to Lord Ganesh, seek his guidance. He's the remover of obstacles, and we should tend to seek to remove these obstacles within our path. So I look forward, and I'm sure each and everyone looks forward for the next 6 coming nights, so that we can all attain Lord Ganesh blessings.
Thank you very much, and Sitaram.